We have returned to try to find out what's wrong with her, I still say, broken heart. But we'll find out soon enough. Alright. Let's take a look on this, shall we?
Water's the easiest ingredient to find. We have copious amounts of it here.
Indeed.
That should do it. The medicine book reckoned that it should be a viscous potion.
A viscous. Aha.
Oh, that fruit smells really sour.
Well, it was a defense mechanism.
Thanks for the sacrifice, little fish.
Indeed.
About 1 spoon of honey.
Well, that's about all that looked like was there anyway.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that there's
poor
never
doggy.
been anything so utterly revolting concocted in the elf burrow ever. Oh, I hope this is some kind of joke.
Probably not. You know. Alright.
Hi.
Well, what's up?
I made the potion.
The potion's ready, but you don't seriously expect me to drink it, do you?
You must.
Oh, good, you got
Gee,
out.
I'm so... Yes, I know, but... This, medicine. Well, I did tell you that I wasn't feeling well, and the medicine book here thinks it could be something serious.
I don't think he can
Has
understand
to
you.
drink it, the sour metis
Or
fruit, sweet honey,
can.
and salty fish. That should give us an answer.
It's not like I doubt your medical knowledge, but perhaps something other than this revolting cocktail might be better?
If you want to know what is wrong with you, drink the medicine. If not, then I'll be glad to carry on talking with you.
Oh,
Oh, it looks revolting.
It is medicine. It's not supposed to taste nice.
yeah, this is sort of true.
That's right. Down to the last drop.
Not as bad as I was expecting. In actual fact, it's quite
It'll
tasty.
get worse.
I could definitely drink another glass of that.
Congratulations, Ivo. You are pregnant.
What? Heartbreak is a completely... Yeah. Surprise! You know that Ivo is pregnant. Well, I guess that's a form of heartbreak.
No.
15G.
That is completely impossible.
Wait, so you slept with Nate?
You must be wrong. Surely it's a misdiagnosis.
You are an elf and say that potion is quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that. That's raging hormones talking.
I don't have
Okay.
any hormones.
Apparently you do.
Cheap,
Yeah,
no.
I got it cheap.
No, the book has made a mistake.
Uh-huh.
I cannot be pregnant. I've never stood in the divine water with Nate on Midsummer's Night singing the Song of Life. Why?
Did you just have
How do humans
then?
do it? They do what?
Yeah.
Elves and humans can have children together, but it's not possible without sex.
You see? We
Which
never had
you...
sex. At least not to my knowledge.
Oh, there's no
The
way
diagnosis is crystal clear.
You guys had sex.
Let's just pretend that I am pregnant. There must be some explanation, rational or otherwise.
If we discount the possibility that the child was conceived by natural means, which would certainly appear to be the case here, then that leaves us with just the unconventional conception methods. Did you, perhaps, make some kind of pact with a goblin regarding the child? Child in exchange for gold or a kingdom, for example?
No.
No.
Has a god in the guise of a bull appeared to you in your dreams? Any angels been having a word with you?
No.
Have any
Then
stars
you had
fallen
sex.
from the heavens recently?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Then that just leaves magic, or a curse. But unfortunately, that is not my area of expertise.
I wish it was so cheap, but my feeling is that the book is right. I am pregnant. One thing's certain. Mother must never find out about this.
Yeah, you're telling me.
I don't know either. Do you think that my tummy will start to show?
Well, she already said you were getting fat somehow.
Oh. I'm not sure how, and I'm not sure why, but it would appear that I'm pregnant. And as all other possibilities have been eliminated, then it must be a curse that's responsible. That is fantastic!
What?
No, of course I didn't mean it like that, but just think. Me, cursed. That sounds like an adventure.
Oh, God.
Totally obvious what we need to do now. We ask Archmage Alistair. He's the wisest magician in the realm of man, and he's a friend. He'll be able to tell us what it means. Oh, no, you don't. You remember who was meant to be looking after me so that nothing happens to me, don't you?
No.
Alistair's sure to have the answers. We'll have to track him down in the Mage Tower in Seastone. Only, how are we going to get there? Seastone is days away from here. Oh yeah, saying fly is all well and good. Are you going to teach me quickly then? No, we need a fast mode of transport. And then there's the small matter of the Border Watch. Their longbows can take out a fly's eye at 400 metres, and they will shoot if said fly should dare to set foot in or leave the woodland realm without permission. You don't by any
You don't know
chance
today's
know the
password.
password that the Border Watch use?
Everybody will scream. Ah!
Typical.
Pee Wee Herman.
That's exactly the problem. Mother chooses a new password every single day, and there's no way I'll get it out of her. Oh, why don't you know the password? You normally know everything. Hey,
Yeah,
know it
well.
all. Mother's mirror. It knows more than you. It must know the password.
Oh.
If we work as a team, we should be able to cast a little light on the matter cheap.
I guess.
After all, if it is a curse, then I'm the victim, not the perpetrator.
But you're
Well,
still
yes,
pregnant.
I know that. She'll blame us whatever happens. But it's best for us to have some answers rather than just presenting her the facts, don't you think? Transport and the password.
True.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, Cheap. Look, Cheep. How can we both get to Seastone without me having to grow wings? You've got an idea?
I was like, oh, you just left me. Nice.
A flight magazine?
Okay, what is that?
You've taken out a subscription to a flight magazine.
Oh, I guess that makes sense, bird and all, you know.
Yeah, all right. Page 15. Hippogriff stud Aculeus in the Blue Mountains. The best battle and hunting hippogriffs in Avantasia. A hippogriff? That could carry me. Not a bad idea, Cheep. But the Blue Mountains
Except we gotta
aren't
find
close.
one first.
And just look at the price. A pot of gold. Now, where are we meant to get that from? Yes, I think you're right. We'll have to think of something.
A pot of gold, you need a leprechaun. And not the evil kind. That would be bad.
Do you think I could play the princess card and ask the stud to loan us a hippogriff? That'd cost
Ask
a lot
the
less
stud.
than a pot of gold. Yeah, you're right. They'd blab to everyone. Bad idea if I want to travel incognito.
Indeed.
I'm really sorry about that business with the musical box, Cheep. But I had to find out what was wrong with me. Are we friends again?
No.
Good.
I would have said screw you.
Sometimes I wish I'd kept the artifact of divine fate. Well, an object
would that
that
have
would make
done?
every wish come true. It'd be very handy right now. Yes,
Is
I
that
know,
what
too
Nate
much power
has?
for one person. That's why Archmage Alistair and I made arrangements. This sex
Oh
that
my
you
God.
spoke about, what is it, and why should I not have it?
The reason
I
you
know
are
that I'm an
now.
elf princess. That's exactly the reason I should have something like this. Perhaps even two. Oh, I will find
No
out what
comment.
you're trying to hide from me. I'll be back soon, Cheep. Hi.
Well, what's up?
How do elf pregnancies progress?
They are very similar to human pregnancies, only they take a lot longer, about 4 years.
Dang.
You are presumably in the 6th month.
And if I go into the world of humans to talk to the Archmage, well, time in the human world passes quicker.
Then your pregnancy will go faster, that's for certain. The
Didn't know that. That
consequences
explains
are
why they
difficult
age
to predict.
slowly.
I am not aware of an elf ever having a child outside of the woodland realm.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. If everything goes to plan, then I'll be back in a couple of days and we'll know what's happened.
That would be advisable. Pregnancy can play havoc with the body and mind. It does not take a lot of imagination to work out what a turbo pregnancy in the human world would do to an elf.
See if that works.
You were
Okay, let's see
interrupted
this.
just now when you were going to tell me about sex.
Indeed, someone is of the opinion that a princess does not need to know about such things.
Oh, come on, tell me.
I could tell you a lot about it, but it would be unwise for me to annoy your parents. They could burn me, or even worse, give me to a public library.
I thought you meant the bird was gonna
Thank you for your help.
peck on you or poop on
That's
you.
what I'm here for.
Just not to mention sex. Well, this is interesting for her. Alright. Talk to Arbor.
You're having a good time, I see.
Who's still smoking himself.
What can I do for you?
Arbor, I'm going to have to leave the elf burrow for a few days.
But
your mother
why?
give me permission?
Not as such.
Oh, she not gonna like that. But one has to do
She
what
wouldn't like
one
that
has
I'm
to
pregnant
do.
too.
I wish you a good journey.
Oh, thank you,
Goodness.
Arbor. And don't tell anyone I told you.
Oh, you wouldn't dream of it. Just don't you go staying away too long now. You know time out there runs much quicker than here in the woodland realm.
Of course.
I do
In the
now.
outside world, we elves age like humans. That's why most elves avoid it like the plague.
Oh.
Quite right.
Tell me, you know a bit about nature, don't you? How does this childbearing stuff work exactly?
Oh, don't
Why
know.
would you want to know this?
Ask myself the same question. The bees pollinate the flowers. The flower seeds are carried away by the wind and new plants grow. Very simple and easy, that. But elves,
Yeah.
humans and dwarves don't produce nectar. What have you got to offer the bees?
Yeah. And also, our children don't grow in the earth. They grow in us.
Oh, I know. Isn't it absurd?
No.
If I happen to need a pot of gold and you happen to have one, would you be happy to lend it to me?
Or if I be the Sultan of the Three Deserts and you had juicy grapes, would you feed me?
Okay, seriously, do you have a pot of gold?
Just like you have grapes and be the Sultan.
Do you know how to cast a spell over a magic mirror?
Do I look like a magician or priest?
Perhaps you saw Mother doing it sometime.
Many times. She tips water from 3 different vessels into the bowl and then mumbles a bit to herself. Some kind of elf priestess magic nonsense. I don't
Guess
know
that
nothing
makes
about.
sense.
Me neither. Look, I found this book in the library.
Oh, God. Woodworking.
Woodcrafts? Why are you showing me that?
I think
Because
it
you
might
won't give me a
interest
pot
you.
of gold.
I don't like horror stories.
Horror stories?
Wood that has been clamped into a revolving monstrosity to be whittled down layer by layer to the core? What do you call that then?
Never looked
Working.
at it like that.
Branches sawed off, boards nailed together, wood treated with chemicals. Oh, sick stuff.
I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
An all-knowing mirror. In the current situation, that would be more than useful. The only question is how to cast a spell over the mirror. I've never done that before. There are 3 symbols on the bottom of the bowl. I wonder what they mean. They're the same
know.
ones as the columns in the throne room.
Oh.
Each symbol depicts a droplet. Sometimes there's a line underneath it, sometimes above, and here is a circle going through the droplet. Haven't got
So
a
a
clue
lo-
what they mean.
So
I
a
have
lot of
seen these symbols
water,
once before.
not too much
Up in the
water,
throne
and
room,
no
if I'm not
water.
mistaken.
At least that would be my thought, but...
Nothing for it. Have to talk to Pa. I'd better take the hat off. No need to complicate matters further.
Aww. But you look
Ivor,
good in the
I
hat.
thought that we'd agreed that you would stay in your room.
There
I've
we
just
go,
left
that's
my
the right
room
one.
to do a bit of training.
Mm-hmm.
You said yourself I've put on a few pounds, and I'm not going to get rid of them by lying around on my bed all day.
Where does this
Exactly.
sudden insight come from?
Well, I don't want to tell
keep
you I'm
asking
pregnant.
myself what to do with my life. Perhaps marriage isn't such a bad idea.
It most certainly isn't. And if you train diligently, I'm sure Prince
liar.
Lalilos will like you a lot.
Of course. Fine.
I would love to help you, but I'm most dreadfully busy. A kind of epidemic seems to have broken out in Seastone.
An epidemic in
that's great.
Seastone?
It's strange. We're getting reports from the whole of the Middle Kingdom. Objects and beings have been changed.
What do you mean?
Huh.
The situation isn't clear. It appears as if some kind of terrible power is gradually moving through the whole land, changing it. Do you
Well,
remember the
that's
story
weird.
of the Nothing? A big blackness
God.
that gradually swallowed a fairy kingdom bit by bit.
Of course.
This time it is much
Why
worse.
are we...
It is pink.
The darkness?
An epidemic in Seastone. Is it wise for me and it to go there? On the other hand, Wilbur and the Archmage are in Seastone. Perhaps I can help them to fight the epidemic in exchange for them helping me with my problem.
Maybe.
Pa doesn't like getting
Yeah, it
up
looks like he
early.
just likes to
He
sleep.
always says he needs lots of sleep, but he's never said why. Hey, Pa, the day started ages ago.
What? Oh,
Of
Ivor,
course, that's your father.
how's my favourite daughter?
I'm your
Aren't I your only daughter?
Oh,
Yeah.
that I had 100. You are and will remain something very special. The other 99 will be as well, though.
Pa, you're nuts. Isn't it a wonderful day today? Again.
Just as the caterpillars cough in the morning dew. Yet, something seems to be troubling you.
Nothing you need worry about.
She locked me up like a small child.
Have you argued again?
Always.
She started it.
She loves you.
And she
Then
only
she
wants
definitely
the best
started it.
for me. How can it be best for me if she constantly criticizes me and forces me to do things that I don't want to do?
She believes that this will help prepare you for the life that awaits you.
I'd just like to decide for myself.
I know. Your mother just doesn't understand that because she never had that choice.
Mother wants me to marry this Prince Lalilos.
I did hear about that.
Is that your wish
And?
too?
All I wish for is for you to be happy.
Haha, so I'm not going to marry him.
Unfortunately, not all wishes are granted.
Oh,
You are an elf princess. You will need to marry sooner or later. It's just when and who. I'd rather just leave that to Mother Nature.
I wish you could convince Mother of that.
I fear
Yeah.
her faith in your taste of men has been shaken a little since... Well, you know. She
Yeah,
wants
and
to
now I'm
prevent your
pregnant.
heart being broken again. That's why she is choosing someone that she thinks is right for you.
So I was in love with Nate.
Pa, would you have used the artifact of divine fate? Or would you have hidden it like we did?
I think that too much power can corrupt any one of us.
But you have great
Not
powers,
wrong.
and you've never used them for evil.
I could have cured
I sleep
diseased
all the time.
wounds with the artifact, cleaned rivers in the air. And then what? Then I might have chased away the lumberjacks, and destroyed the factories of the dwarves.
I could have helped a lot of humans.
Things take time, Ivo. If you force change before its time's come, then it won't last.
Doesn't Mother's way of doing things drive you a bit mad?
Naturally.
Then why don't you tell her?
Does the GNU talk of spring when the shadows are tickling the squirrel?
Yes?
I love her. It's just a phase. She'll change. And if she doesn't
Let's hope.
change, then I will not love her any less. I love
guess
you
that's a positive.
both as you are, warts and all.
Well, let's see how he takes this.
I need to tell you something, Father, but I'm not sure how.
You shouldn't worry too much. It's not good for the baby.
So he already knew.
No.
Has a zebra got stripes?
How
course.
could it have happened? Why?
I don't know. Is that important?
Maybe.
It is.
If it's a
I
curse.
want to know what's happened to me.
Then look for the answers, my little bud.
How can you be so calm about it?
Because I know
Is he not
that
calm about
everything
anything?
will be fine in the end.
And if it isn't fine?
Then it is not the end.
Uh-huh.
If you don't know what the pregnancy's all about, then I'll have to travel to Seastone and ask the Archmage.
The fact that I don't know means that you did not get pregnant by natural means. And if something does not conform to the laws of nature, then it must be magic. No one knows more about these things than Alistair.
We agree
Ah,
then.
Alistair.
Like snails munching cabbage. Only your mother isn't going to permit it.
I know, that's
I
why
know,
we can't
but
tell
I'll
her.
work on that.
Works!
Enlighten me, Father.
The striped kakadu and the limping squirrel, laughing madly and turning quickly in circles, bring
It's not really an
the little
enlightenment.
llama to tears.
Oh, okay, well, I guess that's
Understood.
something.
Enlighten me, Father.
The wide sky and the burning sun, high on the rooftop of the world. They may be clever, but they are not wise.
That is interesting.
Yeah, it
Enlighten
is.
me, Father.
The wide sky and the burning sun, high on the
Dad,
rooftop of the world.
you just said that.
Anger, the humorless god.
Oh, wait.
I'll need to have a think about that. Enlighten me, Father.
The striped kakadu and the limping squirrel, denied by those who are unwary, are
Wow,
a
he just
wonderful
doesn't have much
sight.
to say, does he? It just kind of
I'll need
links
to have a
together.
think about that. Enlighten me, Father.
The wide sky and the burning sun, denied by those who are unwary, are confusing to those weak in the head.
That is interesting. Enlighten me, Father.
Ah, there we go.
The
I was waiting for an achievement. Enlightened. You've been enlightened 5 times.
Kakadu and the limping squirrel, loved by me like very little else, are amongst the greatest wonders of the world.
Understood. I've got quite a lot to
understood.
think about.
Goodbye, little daughter.
See you later, Father.
All right.
This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. That's Mother's area of expertise.
Yeah, we're going to have to learn.
This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. That's Mother's area of expertise. This This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. That's Mother's area of expertise.
All right.
I can blame Mother for a lot of things, but not laziness. On the contrary, she does the same work as 3 people put together, because she doesn't trust anyone to do it as well.
Sometimes it's not a bad thing.
Mother?
Yes, Ivadora.
Ivadora, so it's not just Ivo.
Those symbols on the columns, what do they mean?
First your insights concerning your wedding, and now an interest in the spiritual? You do surprise me. The 3 symbols depict the 3 different forms that water takes. They are important in many rituals. Water that falls from the sky. Water that springs from the earth.
Makes sense.
And water that is bathed by moonlight.
Oh. What's all this different forms of water all about then?
Not all water is the same. It changes. If it
That makes
bubbles
sense,
out
it's
of
with a
it,
gas.
it is spring water. Then it turns into stream water, perhaps into river water, and then sometimes later into sea water. The voice of water changes, its soul.
And if different forms of water are mixed together...
Then you can create water with powerful magical properties. But it's not as easy as you
like
might
the
imagine.
magic
Water
mirror.
is constantly changing its form. Rain
This
is
is
water
true.
from the sky, but as soon as it lands in a puddle, then it becomes common puddle water.
Do you really think that I look fat?
You aren't really fat, my darling, but you aren't perfect either.
Do I have to be perfect?
Ouch.
No one is perfect, but that doesn't stop us striving for it. Once you
mean,
are happy with yourself, then you
guess.
become overindulgent. Dissatisfaction can take you far, my darling.
Why do you want me to marry this particular prince?
Because I think that will be best for you.
And
course
if I
you
don't
do.
like him?
Then you will learn to love him.
Why can't
don't like
fall
that.
in love first and then marry?
And what happens if you don't fall in love? You won't ever marry then? Don't be childish, Ivadora.
I guess.
When you married father, how long had you known each other?
Just a few days. I fell in love with him instantly. He was the wisest and most handsome elf that
I
I've
can see
ever
that.
met.
And if you hadn't loved him, or if perhaps you hadn't even liked him?
Then I would have married him anyway. It is the duty of the princess to secure royal succession.
Whether she wants it or not?
You didn't want to go to school either. Today you can play music, paint, speak a dozen different languages, and have realized what a gift education is. Please, just trust me. Sometimes only parents know what's best.
Do you know what can be done to fight the epidemic in Seastone?
Done? Nothing, my darling. It's a matter for humans. We will only observe.
So you're watchers.
How hard would it be for us to actually help solve a problem for once, instead of waiting for it to solve itself?
Right? What if it doesn't?
If Alistair needs my advice,
What if
he
all
can ask me,
darkness?
and up to now he has not done that.
But...
Really?
I'm not going to interfere.
See you later, Mother.
Don't pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo. Smile.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
If that isn't water bathed by moonshine, then I don't know what is. The only is Mother guards this water like treasure and stands directly next to it.
Okay.
That's just what I need.
Sure it is.
Mother?
Yes, Ivadora.
That stuff in the moon well, that's water bathed by moonlight, isn't it?
Of course it is, my darling.
Could I take some of it?
It is holy water. We only use it for special occasions. What do you need it for?
I'm thirsty. It's for a ritual. I want to mix a potion with it. It's an important ingredient.
I need it for a potion. It's one of the most important ingredients.
Really? What sort of potion?
As much air as possible into the water and then sell it for lots of money. Uh-huh. A growth
Well,
potion.
the moon water's
Nope.
a particularly pure and clean water. I thought that it could form the basis of a beauty potion.
It is true that this water is purported to have healing powers.
I didn't want to trouble you with this, but then I thought, if I'm meant to be looking my best for the prince, then such a potion wouldn't do any harm.
Smart.
Oh, absolutely. Do you have a vessel? May the Moonwell water give you the help you need to become more beautiful, just as it has always helped me.
Uh-huh.
See you later, Mother.
Don't pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo. Smile.
We'll see about that.
Right, now water that has been bathed in moonshine. That must mean the water that's come from the moon well.
You'd think.
It works. One of the symbols is glowing.
Awesome. That was easy enough.
Water from the waterfall. One could also say water that has fallen from the sky.
You'd think.
Aha! That's got the second symbol to glow.
Yay.
You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for 'ee?
I need a special sort of water arbor. Can you help me?
A special sort of water? Now who's been dreaming that stuff up then?
Oh,
My
but
mother.
please help. I need water that spills out of the ground.
There, the waterfall. As much water as you want.
Oh, it's not that simple. That water's changed. I need water directly out of the earth.
You elves always like to make things complicated, don't you? You got a container?
Apparently.
There you go. And don't
Did you
start
just-
telling me that this is some kind of snot water or the like. This be tip-top quality groundwater.
Should work. Thank you.
Oh, I thought you
I
peed
have
in
to get
it.
on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
Water that's fallen from the sky. Water that's been by moonshine. 2 symbols are glowing. Only one to go. Let's hope that Arbor's donation of water that spills from the earth will work. It hasn't really spilled from the earth, but it is groundwater, and it's never seen the sun. Now all the
kinda
symbols are
gross.
glowing. Hello? Are you there?
Still kind of gross.
I'm always there.
Oh.
I cast a spell over you single-handedly with no help.
You had help, you just didn't realise it.
No, I did it by myself.
I'm the all-knowing seer. I'm telling you, you are wrong.
I did summon you, but I don't really know anything about you. Do you live in the water, or are you the water?
No, the water is just a reflective surface. I live on the other side of the mirrors. I
Oh.
see what happens in front of mirrors. To you, they are simple reflections. To me, they are the window through which I view your world.
Okay. Are you really all-knowing?
No, but it sounds better than I am the seer who saw more than any other being in the world and yet didn't see all.
Just a long title.
So you live on the other side of all mirrors. Does that include the one in my bedroom?
I can look through any reflective surface. I see all.
So you've seen me get undressed.
You do close your eyes, when it's the decent thing to do, right?
I see all.
Yes, understood. But if someone's undressing in front of their mirror or doing embarrassing things that no one else should see, you do look away, right?
I can see into the furthest reaches of the world. I see the good and the bad, the beautiful and the abominable.
You saw me giving an imaginary harp concert in front of my mirror.
I count that amongst the abominable.
Ouch.
Why am I pregnant?
You are pregnant?
Wait,
Should
you didn't
not
know that one?
that? You being the nearly all-knowing oracle.
I didn't see that. When did you get pregnant?
I'm asking you.
Romance. A woodland glade, a bed in the cornfield, not a mirror in sight. Couldn't you and mate have done that somewhere else?
Done what?
Oh,
Sex!
yes. Nothing at all, princess.
There's talk of an epidemic in Seastone which is spreading. Do you know anything about it?
It is not an epidemic.
Well, what is it then?
It's something that you'll get involved with.
Can you see into the future?
Stories repeat themselves. Other places, other participants, but the course remains the same. Good fights
Good
evil.
fights evil.
And Mother and others summon you to ask your advice.
I wouldn't exactly describe it as asking. They know how to reach me via one of the mirrors. They want me to give them information, and if I don't answer, they just stand there and stare at me.
So you help them.
That is the question, is it not? An interest in supporting either one or the other side, or would I rather watch a catastrophe unfold?
So
Well,
you
if you're
pour
good,
oil
then
onto
no.
the fire just because you want to watch the flames?
I could, but mostly I restrict myself to watching. I love to see how things develop.
You're as
I just
good as my
can't
mother.
abide when things come to a standstill. That's when I'm always tempted to give someone a shove in the right direction.
I need today's password for the Woodland Realm Border Watch. Do you know it?
Of course. Your mother told the commander of the guards when she was standing next to the mirror surface of the moon well.
Of
Can
course.
I have it?
Absolutely. I want to see how this develops. And there are quite a few surprises awaiting you in Seastone.
Which, of course, you're not going to tell me about.
Nope.
They wouldn't be surprises if I told you about them.
By any chance, is the password melon?
Why would you know
How
that?
do you know that?
Stories repeat themselves. Do you not know that? Thanks for that unsettling conversation. I have to go.
Yes, you must. But we will see each other again soon.
You mean to say you will see me and follow my every move?
Yes, but I didn't mean that. You will seek me out before this story ends.
Really?
Ooh.
Yes, you will want to help a friend in need and won't know how to. That's when you will seek and find me.
Where will I find you?
In a flying town, in a house with no corners. Till
Which is
then,
where Nate is.
Princess Ivo of the Woodland Realm.
Be
But-
interesting to see who he is.
That's a weeping willow. It appears to be so content it looks anything but sad. I wonder if trees regard a carpenter as the bogeyman. It's not nice.
Probably,
but
I
I'll have
would.
to find out. One can easily fell a tree with the help of an axe and wedges. In my experience, nothing beats a sharp saw guided by two men. Slish, slash! The teeth of the saw bite into the wood, and in a few minutes, even the largest tree tumbles to the ground. After this, the smaller branches and the bark are removed from the trunk using hatchets. Once the tree is sawn into several
Jeez.
pieces, it's ready to be transported away. Wow. I feel a bit dirty. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Right.
The only thing I can say in my defence is that is what a weeping willow is meant to look like.
I suppose.
simply beautiful. Clear water that tumbles through the air and spreads a fine, refreshing mist all through the garden.
Okay.
Hey, there's a rainbow. Since the willow's branches are hanging down for some inexplicable reason, the sun is able to shine directly onto the waterfall again and is now producing a pretty rainbow over the garden. Nate once said that rainbows never touch the earth. Wilbur wouldn't believe him. Let's see who was right.
So we are doing Leprechaun, aren't we? There's gonna be a pot of gold, isn't there?
A pot of gold, and no grumpy leprechaun protecting it. What a stroke of luck.
Yeah, until the horror movie starts.
You're
And trust
having a
me,
good
the
time, I
leprechaun
see.
will be after us.
What can I do for you?
I don't need your spade anymore. I've put it over there.
Ah, that's great. And you've dug a lovely hole, too, right in the middle of my lawn.
Ah,
I'm sorry.
Sorry about that.
Oh, what the heck. I'll plant it with something.
I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
Yeah, about that. Oops, I did that wrong.
Hey, Cheap. I have the pot of gold here. Go on, take it to the stud. Oh, I realise it's too heavy. I won an arm wrestling contest against an orc warrior in Seastone with the help of a strength elixir. We could get something like that for you. I'll be back soon, Cheap.
Of course! Okay.
Pa?
Yes, Poppet?
Hypothetically, if Cheap Cheap had to transport something heavy through the air, how could I help him do it?
You could ask me to give him the necessary strength. Which you have just done, have you not?
I did.
Really?
Of course. But the effect would not last long enough to transport you to, let's say, Seastone.
He doesn't need to do that. It's just a short distance.
Oh, he thought I was going to travel that route.
All right. Bring me some sunflower seeds.
What exactly do you want to do with the sunflower seeds?
You'll see. It will make Cheap Cheap strong enough to carry even a heavy load for a short while.
I have a few sunflower seeds. Here.
Good. Keep still.
Or I'll make you stronger than an ox. And then we'll all be in trouble. Oh, wow.
That's it.
Just give Cheap Cheap
Yep.
these seeds to eat shortly before he starts on his journey.
Thanks. Whatever you did to those sunflower seeds looked like magic to me.
Oh no, it was the opposite of magic. Nature, life, pure life.
And what exactly do you mean by that?
Really?
Listen to the wind in the willows and the mole and the toad. They know the answer.
Yeah, the Enlightenment.
I've got quite a lot to think about.
Goodbye, little daughter.
See you later, Father.
Dad, you're cool. All right.
Hey, Cheap. Father's changed the sunflower seeds. Well, can you feel anything?
Now he's Super Bird. I guess.
Now,
I wasn't
don't
kidding.
exaggerate. Okay, here. Oh, I hope it works.
Dang.
But what's he going to be like when he's super cheap? He's got enough of an exaggerated opinion of himself as it is.
Touche. Holy crap!
Oh, that's overdoing it a bit.
The titch.
I thought you just wanted to deliver the pot of gold.
I was Super Bird.
You
I
deserve
thought I
it.
could take it. Cute. Guessing that's the hippogriff.
There are many magical clothes in this world which strengthen the powers of their wearers. However, the rule of thumb is, the more useful the garment, the uglier it is.
Ah. Cute.
Any problems on the journey? Good. And the watch just let you pass.
What were they
Oh,
gonna do against
They
Super
trust
Bird?
you.
They might not by the end of this.
It's really in there. Our hippogriff. Why did the stud put it in there? Couldn't they have just let it fly back with you?
I think it would have.
You mean it was in the box already? You didn't actually see
Oh.
it?
Then what if it's not in there?
Huh, I'd love to have your trust. Oh well, at least it's pretty lively. Cheap Cheap blind purchased the hippogriff. His trust in the Aculeus stud is far greater than his mistrust of humankind's capacity to deceive. Relax, I'm on it.
That is adorable.
You've still got the receipt, haven't you, Cheap?
I don't think that's a hippogriff, though.
The little chap has enough strength to demolish a heavy wooden box. That's a pretty good sign.
You would hope. Aww.
Cheap? Didn't the hippogriff in the magazine look a bit different to this? Bigger, bit more griff, and a bit less hippo?
It looks like
Is
it can
this
do
the
the
effect
job,
of the
though.
epidemic? Mother said it changed things.
Yeah, pink.
The floor of the box has been covered with newspaper. I wonder how long the hippogriff had to cope with being in there.
Way too long. Aww.
You are strong enough, aren't you? You were able to demolish that box just now. Can you carry me as far as Seastone? Right then. The Archmage. Murdered? By Wilbur Weathervane?
Dang.
There's something strange afoot, Cheap. Mark my words. I don't believe a word of it. Someone's responsible for this epidemic and someone wants to hurt our friends.
And you're pregnant.
Away to Seastone.
Aww. Well. Implementing bugs. No! Alright, 30G. The Great Escape. You've escaped the Elf Burrow. A few days earlier in Seastone.
My name is Weathervane, Professor Weathervane.
Ah, Wilbur.
You want to teach us?
Well, yes. Why not?
You're a gnome. Gnomes can't do magic.
I can and have. During my mage training, yes?
My mother also says that you should not be a teacher. But I think
Oh,
you're
your mother
great,
can
Professor.
go suck it.
Oh, thank you.
Say, Professor, what exactly is the magic constant? How long must Veritaserum mature? What can you tell us about ancient magic runes?
You seem to really know a lot about magic.
More than you, anyway. Maybe we should switch places.
Oof.
Maybe you should shut your... we never talked to teachers like that in my day.
Well, we do in mine. We'd like to have answers to our questions.
How about you sit down properly first?
No.
No?
Wow.
That's no, Professor. Or, more properly, yes, Professor.
No
Yeah,
means yes, Professor. That's going to cause some misunderstandings. So, the magic constant? Veritaserum? Ancient magic runes? We want to learn something.
I will answer all your questions, but not now. It's time for History of Magic.
Then I have a history question. As everyone knows, gnomes are completely incompetent when it comes to magic. To be exact, only one great gnome mage has appeared in the last 800 years. He defeated
That wasn't
Gremar,
you.
the last of the great dragons. What was the name of that last great gnome mage?
Not right now. We will... open your textbooks to page 100 and...
So, I was right, wasn't I? You know nothing, not even the name of the only great maid your own people ever produced.
Ouch.
He was called, sit down at your desk properly and don't ask stupid questions.
But don't they say there are no stupid questions, only stupid answers? And that there aren't supposed to be any bad students, only bad teachers?
I just need a drink of water. frog in my throat.
Poor Wilbur.
Oh man, Master Marcus warned me that the students would test me the first few hours, but this is a nightmare. I don't know all these things. I know nothing. Easy, boy, easy. Think, Wilbur, think.
I think you boned, Wilbur. I think you boned.
This has to be the oldest shoe I've ever seen. It's so old it's even lost its ability to stink.
That's super weird.
That's strange. There's paper in the bottom of the shoe. Oh, maybe the shoe has a hole and the paper is supposed to protect the wearer from getting wet feet.
I suppose.
It's a sheet from a book. It's folded in the middle and printed on both sides. That equals 4 pages. It wasn't torn out. It looks more like the glue weakened and the sheet fell out. I'll just take it with me.
Okay.
A beautiful golden ear trumpet. One of my predecessors must have laid it up there. A very tall predecessor.
You're not getting it.
It can't be healthy in the long run for Friedling to always eat parchment and old scrolls. Perhaps he'd like the pet food I bought.
I doubt it. It looks like he's enjoying himself with that food.
Master Marcus and the Archmage were so busy rebuilding the city that no one had the opportunity to teach me anything about teaching. This box was in a shop window down in the city. I thought it might be useful. After all, there are children with magic wands on it. But unfortunately, it just seems to be a bunch of those tricks, like that old one with Mr. Wupperman, the top hat, and the rabbit.
Oh.
Short white rope, a pair of dice, playing cards, and a guide on how to lead people up the garden path. That's just not right. Real magic or none at all. This is my contract, signed by the Archmage. I'm the first teacher in the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. At least the first since the school reappeared. At first I didn't want to accept. I know almost nothing about magic. But Master Alistair said there are very few mages, and I had completed mage training faster than anyone else. I was the right person for the job. I wanted to help and learn more about magic, so I agreed. Hopefully that was the right decision. I wouldn't want to disappoint Master Alistair. My whole family stayed in the White Ridge Mountains. Why would they even want to come to Seastone? This isn't their world. Little Sydney can walk now and reach everything that's on the workbenches. That tripled her invention output. Maggie doesn't build battle robots anymore since the war is over. Now she's experimenting with computing machines. But Grandad said there's no future in it.
Yeah, he'd be wrong about that, probably.
It's easy to tell them I'm not an engineer, but a mage instead. Mum said
I bet you they laughed at you. Oh, well, I guess that's good then. The rabbit sheep? I like that. That's adorable.
These are the aviator goggles that my granddad gave me before my first trip to Seastone. Well,
Okay.
a pair of aviator goggles. The original pair was lost when Grandad fired me out of the cannon. That's when I found out Grandad has a whole
That
box.
must have
of
been
goggles.
interesting.
Every time he tries to persuade some idiot to do something stupid, he makes a rousing speech and then hands over his old aviator goggles. The teddy is just, a keepsake and some moral support from home.
I'm not
Often
gonna
cuddly
judge you.
moral support.
I like that idea.
The bed is pretty cozy. It's so cozy that Friedlin is curled up in it. But that's okay.
I
Friends
see
share.
that.
And he lets me sleep at the foot end.
I think that's supposed to be the other way around there, buddy.
The entire school building is a bit scary. No one knows exactly where it was the last 20 years. It disappeared overnight and then reappeared just as suddenly once the war ended. There's a lot of magic in these old walls. The stove is always on, for example, and even though I've never put any wood in it. My wand! The King of Thieves got it for me during my mage training. He and the other rats have been
King of
tirelessly helping to
Thieves.
rebuild the city in recent months. They work closely
Oh
with the
my.
Archmage, albeit mostly in secret.
Yeah.
I still haven't figured out exactly how it works. Sometimes it performs the most amazing magic, sometimes it can't even perform the simplest of tasks. Archmage Alistair's promised to have a look at it sometime. Maybe it has a loose connection or something.
Or maybe it just decides to work whenever it wants to. Did you ever think about that?
Mages use balls like this to communicate over long distances. Master Marcus explained it to me. He'll know how I can tame those unruly students. So, what was that number again? 64731?
No.
Ah! Oh, wrong number!
Ah.
This is Friedlin, my rabbit sheep. I had to
Oh, he's
cast a
adorable.
transformation spell during my mage training, and this is the result.
No wonder. I didn't think a mage or a rabbit sheep existed.
A young mage and his rabbit sheep fighting side by side as a force for good. Unfortunately, Friedlin doesn't do much other than lay in bed and eat. I still have to convince him it's important. Well, buddy? What are you eating there? Hey, that's my notepad.
Not anymore.
I still need that notepad. It has Master Marcus's number. Okay, we'll do it like this. I'll give you some delicious pet food, and you give me my notebook back. Okay, buddy? All right, me first. Okay.
Dang! He will bite your hand
Now
off.
give me my notebook, please. Hey, I thought we had a deal.
In your crazy mind.
Maybe I can lure Friedlin away from my notepad. That's it. That's all there is. Hey, Friedlin, look! Food! All you have to do is hop over here and get it.
Nope.
Wow.
Smart
That
little
rabbit
bugger.
sheep has superpowers. But
I want
now
that
the
rabbit
food
sheep.
is gone and Fridlin is still hungry. Ah, no wonder I didn't do it right. It says, space-saving instant dry food. Soak in water before feeding.
Isn't that gonna make him explode?
Crap.
Or if you give him water? Oh no.
A bowl of fresh, cool water for my roommate. There's no way I'm taking a bowl with me. I mean, how am I supposed to put a bowl of water into my pocket without getting my robe soaking wet? It's not like I can just carry anything around. But I could use the bowl here in the room. How about some water to wash the food down? That's what I thought.
Don't do that. You're gonna kill him. Oh my god, you're gonna kill him.
See how well I take care of you? And maybe we could talk about my notebook.
You killed him!
Oops. I'll read the instructions next time. Promise. Sorry.
Poor little guy. And you wonder why he sticks to, that. Notebook paper.
Sometimes my wand works perfectly and some... It says, Master Marcus, only in emergencies, 64179. This is
I think he said
definitely an
75
emergency.
originally.
I'm losing my students' respect before I even had it. It says, Master Marcus, only in emergency. This is...
Alright.
Well, 6417 and, 9. Hopefully this will work this time.
Yes? Hello?
Master Marcus!
Think it did.
Wilbur, what is it?
Students, questions, help!
Take it easy. Tell me what happened.
Well, there's this boy who was naughty and cheeky and he doesn't listen to me.
Wilbur, you're a teacher now. Of course the students are naughty and outrageous. You have to assert yourself.
I've only been a teacher for
I
a
suppose.
few days and I'm all alone. And the school is eerie and there's no textbooks and no one wants to learn anything and...
Wilbur, no one expects you to be the perfect teacher right away. Wake your students' enthusiasm for magic. That would be a good start.
Apparently there was a powerful gnome mage a long time ago. Did he kill any dragons?
According to legend, the last of the great dragons, Gremma, was defeated by a gnome.
That's the one I mean. What was that gnome's name?
No one knows. He arrived at a time of great need and saved the people of the Southlands by accomplishing the impossible. Then he disappeared without a
Dang.
trace.
That is
Wow.
truly a hero.
But one of my students asked me for his name.
Then he probably wanted to lead you up the garden path. Some students want to find your weaknesses and see how far they can go. Don't take any guff.
Why do I have to teach it all alone? Why aren't there any other teachers?
Many mages died during the war. There were only a few of us left. And most of those who survived are now pursuing more lucrative activities. Alchemy, ghost hunting, children's birthday parties.
Ghost hunting?
But
So you're all
training new
Ghostbusters
mages
now.
is important. If the rest are just out for the gold, then who will take care of the next generation?
Being a teacher is an important and honorable task, Wilbur, even when others fail to appreciate that.
You said I should inspire my students, but how am I supposed to do that? I don't know anything about the history of magic.
Obviously not, otherwise you would know that you'll never attract anyone with that subject.
But it's in the curriculum.
Oh, bugger the curriculum. Do what you're good at. Cast spells. Fill them with wonder. Make them want to be able to do the same.
But I don't know how.
Wilbur, you conjured a sheep out of a hat, and you didn't know how to do that either. Go out there and knock them dead.
Yeah,
Let
I
the
also now
magic
blew
do
him
the
out,
work.
up
You may
too.
not know what you're doing, but you're doing it.
Just do some magic.
Just do some magic.
You trained me. Why aren't you teaching at the school with me?
Politics. My brother is the Archmage, and he's in the middle of an election campaign.
Ah.
He wanted to give his own brother a job. Well,
I
his
suppose I
opponents would
understand
just love
that.
that. But I'm not angry. I did my part. I trained mages when no one else would. And I found the most talented gnome mage the world has ever seen.
Your brother called me a natural talent. I am really quite good at magic, right?
You did some incredible things during your training.
I just wish I could control the magic better. Sometimes it just bubbles out of me, and other times, nothing.
I think that will come with time. And if not, you will have to rely on your ingenuity.
Thanks for your
There
help,
you
Master
go.
Marcus. I'll get through the lesson one way or another, and I'll get back in touch, okay?
Sorry,
Please don't.
but no, Wilbur. You called
Oh,
me
wow.
packing.
I was
I'll have
right.
to spend 2 exciting weeks with a couple of friends.
What, you got on vacation? Well, now?
Maybe it's more than just a holiday. I sold the mage school, as you know. I want to start something new. Finally do what I really want to do. Role-playing games.
Role-playing game?
Woo!
Live role-playing games. They start in a few days. We leave the normal world of magic, monsters, and dungeons behind and immerse ourselves in a fantasy world. I play a removals
Dungeons and
contractor who is caught in a traffic jam with his truck and must therefore spend a night in a motel. Can you
like
imagine
the
what
start of a bad
adventures could be
porno.
waiting there for me?
But I thought being a teacher was really important, and...
That it is. Have fun.
Aunt Marcus! Hello!
I think you're screwed, buddy. All right. We're actually going to go ahead and leave it here. I got to talk to my rabbit, though.
The way he looks at the moment, he could give Bertram, the world's fattest hamster, a run for his money. But he'll get back to normal. A short nap and he'll be right as rain.
I hope so. See, I would go back into the classroom, but there's a lot of stuff to do in the classroom, and we have about 5 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and call it good here. So we'll go ahead and take a break. We'll come back to this tomorrow for one stream. And when we come back, we'll finish up the night with more Divinity! Original Sin. But until then, remember, you can catch all my live streams archived on my YouTube channel. Should be somewhere in the link around Twitch. It is also the home of 1,500 plus videos, including Rose Plays, highlights from the streams themselves, and other Rose Play shows. But till then...